Do you guys remember the name Scooter Libby? Now, bear with me because I'm just spitballing. Like, I'm literally drinking my coffee and I'm thinking, wait a minute, wasn't someone arrested for something similar to this once upon a time? And yes, but I'm spitballing off the top of my head, and I promise I will go back and research this, and I will give you a part 2 to this video that is filled with all the accuracies and the evidence that I like to give, because you know once I go knee deep into something, it's on. But Scooter Libby, off the top of my head, was a guy, I think he was Dick Cheney's chief of staff maybe, during the George W. Bush administration. And when they were getting ready to, I think they were getting ready to attack Iraq, or something happened where there was a war, there was a pending war, there was classified stuff happening. And they were essentially caught in a lie. We all know now that the entire lead up to the Iraq war was built on a fucking lie. We all know that now. But at the time, there was only a few brave people who would come forward and speak out. And one of them, I think he was an ambassador maybe. There was somebody that was important, a man. Again, I'll research this because I get that I'm just fucking spitballing here. But he was important and he had a voice, and he reported to the newspapers or something that it was all a lie, that they hadn't found yellow cake uranium and that they were going to go into this war, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, as revenge, allegedly, someone in the Bush administration outed his wife. His wife was an undercover CIA agent somewhere in Europe doing very dangerous work. Valerie was her name. And they outed her. They said, oh, yeah, his wife is a CIA agent, and basically put her life at risk. And she had to give up her job and come home because they could no longer use her as an undercover source. They fucking ruined her career, outed her, endangered her life. And because they didn't like the fact that her husband spoke out against their administration. Well, they needed a fall guy. So Scooter Libby took the fall because he was like, yep, I guess I contributed to the outing of an undercover CIA agent. The reason I'm bringing this up is from what I'm hearing in this whole intelligence fucking text chat blunder is somewhere in that text chat, they said they outed an undercover CIA agent in the text chat. The reporter, Jeffrey Goldberg, is saying, yes, they provided her name. They were talking about her in the text chat. She's an undercover agent. And they talked about her in the text chat. And had that gone public, he didn't publish her name. He intentionally withheld her name because he didn't want to out her as an undercover asset to the CIA. The fucking director of the CIA is on that text chat. And they're talking about his undercover agents, the people he is supposed to die protecting. And they outed her in that text chat, and they were talking about her name. So if that text chat had gotten in the hands of any other reporter, if it goes public, she's doomed. Like, you put her life at risk and you ruin her career. And someone should go to jail for that. That's why Scooter Libby popped into my head this morning, because outing a CIA agent and putting someone's life in peril like that is against the fucking law. So if nothing else, every single person that participated in that, there's got to be a fall guy. There has to be at least one person in that conversation who, now I'm not just saying someone should lose their job. I'm saying someone should go to jail. Someone should go to jail because they are discussing confidential, top secret, undercover CIA agents who are in foreign countries doing remarkably important work for us. And these dumb fucks are talking about them like it's just some broad they picked up in a bar. These are the heads of all of our intelligence departments. And what's sad is not one of them has 4 fucking brain cells to rub together to realize they're not smart enough to realize how stupid this really was. They don't have enough class or tact or self-respect to realize that they should be embarrassed. Those hearings yesterday when all the senators like, aren't you embarrassed? They're like, well, no, because they don't know any better. When you've got no fucking scruples, nothing embarrasses you. Scooter Libby, I'm going to come back. I swear I'm going to do a whole video on him because that's important and it's something we should know. And that was under a Republican administration. Someone had to be held accountable and he took the fall.